one last bastion of decency is you don't touch kids. You don't touch kids, right? As much as the Labour government has tried to normalise paedophilia, and it has, by having annexing a lobbyist group called PI, Paedophile Information Exchange, which was a pro-paedophile lobbyist group that let's say, annexed themselves to the Labour Party, was patronised by Margaret Hodge, Patricia Hewitt and Harriet Harman. All three of them long-serving female members of Parliament, left-wingers. All three of them became like right honourables. They became right honourables. So they got basically anointed by the Queen, you know, in their parliamentary careers. So they're classed as honourable people, and they're not. And one, because they were behind this group that wanted the age of consent between a man and a boy to be 4 years old. Harriet Harman pushed for the age of consent between women and grown-up men to be 14. I mean, what a despicable woman. One of them, I think it was Hodge, Tony Blair made her minister for children. So when we're looking at the heart of the establishment, we're looking at America with the Trump administration. Look, we've had it here. We had a member of parliament called Jeffrey Dickens who had files of politicians involved in abusing kids. Right, he handed it to the Home Secretary, to Leon Britton, and it went missing. Later on, Tom Watson, the MP, did the same. He handed a file of politicians involved in the abuse of children to Leon Britton. Again, it went missing. Leon Britton, the fastest ever promoted Home Secretary, right? But powerfully connected, you know, to strong Jewish lobbyist groups. And I don't want to go down that line, you know, but that's the fact. And again, he was protected. It was only posthumously that it came out that numerous allegations had been made against him. And I'd even heard it from police officers from the Central Paedophile Unit that he'd been looked at, right? Allegations against boys, and the fact that he used to like to whip them and get them to dress up in women's underwear. And a woman approached me and she made women's underwear, and she told me that she'd been making pants, bras and knickers for him and a guy called Stephen Milligan, MP. And she said to me, I don't mind the Stephen guy because he's quite sweet, but the other one, she said, the Jewish guy's horrible. He's a real pig. Of course, it was him. And a file of photographs were called the Solenki tapes by Dover Customs seized. They said it was photos, but the rumours are it was videos of a naked young boy sat on the lap of Leon Britton whilst Leon Britton's wearing women's underwear. And I took it to the police and said, I know who made that. There's a good chance I can back this up. Never went anywhere. I gave the information to the Minister of Policing and Crime. He took it to Theresa May, and he backed me in what I was doing when I whistle blew. And 2 days later, he was removed from his post as a Cabinet Minister for Policing and Crime. You know, and this is Home Secretary. 117 files were handed to Theresa May of politicians and known prominent persons involved in child abuse. They went missing.